G'day all and welcome to this totally on time Halloween edition of my review series. Today, as the title says, we'll be looking into the creation from Chromostone 10, that being Lawkeep Station. Wait a minute. That's a different kind of nightmare fuel, my apologies. Collingwood Psychiatric Hospital, or CPH for short. Now, you know this by now, since both the thumbnail and title have mentioned this. Unless you're blind, then 1, congrats on finding this video, and 2, I hope my voice doesn't also lead you to going deaf. Now, for those new to this series, or one of you, I'll go over the categories that I break these maps down into, making it easy for me to write scripts for, and direct structure that makes it easy for the special needs kids to follow. The structure goes map/mod, features, gameplay, then I polish off the review with an overall recommendation about whether it's worth it or not. Alright, are we good? Okay, let's get going. Before we continue, I might as well plug it here since it's somewhat relevant to it. This map itself is actually based, albeit somewhat loosely, on the real-world Collingwood Psychiatric Hospital, which was used in the movie Grave Encounters, which is essentially what gave good old Chroma the idea to make a zombies map out of it. So yeah, now you know. Anywho, for a map made in World at War, it isn't that bad looking. Although the technology is showing its age compared to modern customs in BO3, surprising literally no one. The whole map gives off vibes that hint towards some fucked up shit happening behind the scenes, which worked wonders in drawing me into this map initially. The map takes place mostly inside the not so bouncy walls of the hospital, with a small section outdoors. I'm sure it would be a lovely place to be, if the locals weren't so rowdy and touchy-feely. Also, this map is just ambient as fuck, with every section offering new sounds to be wary of, such as the rattling chains the further down you went, to the howling wolves in the outside area. I legit was on edge when I played this map for the first time when it came out, much like Mob with its ambient noises, fucked up visuals, and a startling boss. But after a few playthroughs, you catch on to the sounds that the engineer makes when he spawns, taking away from the aspect that would otherwise bring people in. Putting that aside though, this map is still really neat in that aspect, and I hope the remaster can accomplish the same. Within this map, we only have a handful of features to be looking over. For starters, the entire collection of weapons within this map are BO2, with a few exemptions, such as the BO1 AK-74U, and the MW2 Vector with BO2 sounds. And there's also a Bible PPSH because of course there fucking is. It also has 2 wonder weapons, that being the Blundergat and the Raygun Mark II. For some reason though, I ended up with 2 Blundergats, so I just ran around essentially being nigh unkillable and had a hell of a time.
Oh man, are you kidding me? 2 guns just ain't fair!
There's also only a handful of perks within this map, with the 4 base game and 2 additional perks to this collection of chemical concoctions, that being Electric Cherry and Stamina. Little known fact, this map used to not have Quick Revive as a purchasable perk, which isn't a big loss, but if you were dependent on that sweet blue juice, well, you were up shit quick with that paddle, weren't you? Another addition to this map are the bosses of it. This map makes use of the light-fingered gypsies from that one map that we shall not speak of. These ladies replace dog rounds, but it has a twist. Instead of being a specific round dedicated to it, a section of the map gets covered in a thick blanket of darkness which, upon entering it, will kill all active zombies and spawn them in instead. These ladies come in droves and are merciless when it comes to your bank account, so it's recommended you treat them with the utmost respect.
Be gone, fuck!
These ladies do drop a free perk though, but be careful, they only give you the original 4 perks, so if you have those already, well,
tough titties.
Fuck you, you just got pranked!
There is also this big pasty white thing known as the Engineer. Now, since I've played a couple hundred hours of Borderlands 2, this guy quickly reminded me of the Goliath. But, for those who haven't, let me enlighten you on the similarities. For starters, both of these brutes walk around slowly initially, both lack the proper amount of brain cells to use proper English. They're big, bulky, and can absorb your ammunition if you aren't careful. And both are prone to getting pissy when attacked, although Goliaths need to have their helmets shut off for this to happen, and for some reason it gains brain cells because it starts using proper full constructed sentences? Sorry, getting off topic. To summarize, the Engineer is an undead simpleton with a large wrench and a larger health bar, so be careful when approaching. Or unless you're like me and you have 2 Blundergats, then fuck it over, eh? Speaking of simple things, this Easter egg, you can literally do it all in one round, not even joking. All it is find the cell with old mate inside of it, then go find the key to unlock the office. After this, go find a USB to do some Lizard Squad shit to the systems, then head to another office, find another key, and then after the man turns into a spook and whisks away, go find 8 little handheld cameras, which is a reference to how the movie was shot by the way. Then after all this is done, go buy a big set of doors with blood leading to it, then place the cameras. These will now pass into the void of existence, and then you can pass along with it. The plus side of this quest is that it's simple, and it's winnable. Yes, you heard me right. Winnable. Not save up a stupid amount of fucking money. Winnable. Which is a miracle unto itself in a world of 100,000 point snorefests. And finally, this map also features 2 buildables, that being the acid gat kit and the shield. These fit the map aesthetically and add to your longevity in this place, as the shield does what it says on the box, and the kit allows people to upgrade the gats to prolong their usefulness, so a win-win scenario, I suppose. Oh, and before we move on, can we just acknowledge how bad the voice acting is here for the engineer? Like, I feel like it's trying too hard to be scary, and it just comes across as laughable.
What are you saying? Why are words allowed to escape your face?
This map caters to pretty much all the playstyles of players, whether it's sitting in a corner with a gun focused solely on a barricade, or running around like a headless chicken. Weapons are good to mess around with, especially the Blundergat and its variants, but, as I pointed out with Rainy Death, eventually pack-a-punching all the weapons just stops satisfying your insatiable needs for entertainment. So, like being in the casino, you either finish up and exit through the gift shop, or you end up getting your shins broken in and your teeth refurbished by the locals. In short, I do recommend this map. It is good fun, but only if you have World at War installed already. I had to reinstall one, and as I said before, the tech is starting to show its age. When I did Rainy Death, the BO3 workshop was clustered with lots of maps that were just nut clones and other piles of garbage. But now, there are a vast array of maps that are actually pretty good. But then again, the workshop is just now cluttered with box maps and your maps now, some of which are one and the same, except yours just makes maps depend to show topical events and trends. Also smashes cheese cumulative remakes better than Pure's. Don't at me.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear